Hi, this is Mike. I'm an adventure in a dad, and today we are, as promised, going to take you on the Rocky Peak Trail here off of 6 Mile Canyon Road near Virginia City, Nevada. We're going up to Rocky Peak. It's gonna be a fun trip. We got 2 Tacomas, 1 Jeep, 2 Toyotas, and a Ram. It's gonna be awesome. Thanks for joining us. Let's hit the trail.
The Rocky Peak Trail starts off 6 Mile Canyon Road about 4 miles down from Virginia City. The first obstacle is just getting off the pavement. When we were there was a big ditch and step up. From there, you can follow the obvious well-traveled dirt road towards Rocky Peak. At this point, I told everyone to take the flexiest possible line here, for the video. That means it was a little bit harder than it needed to be, but you should be prepared for this kind of maneuver on this trail. This is David, who you've seen here before in a black 4Runner, but this is not the same black 3rd Gen 4Runner. This one is identical in almost every way except that it has the factory e-locker. In fact, if you don't have good traction control or a locker on this trail, it will be a lot harder than you think. This is Sean's GX460 fresh from a lift and armor at Silver State Off-Road. All the mods you can see here help a lot, but it also has really good traction control and KDSS, which basically acts as a disconnecting sway bar. Mike's Jeep is pretty well modified and has Jeep's track lock that helps a lot here and everywhere on this trail. Josh's Tacoma is pretty similar to mine, and we both used MTS a lot on this trail to get through obstacles like this.
Obsidian arrowhead. That is so sick.
Show us, Nash, what you got.
When did you find this? Dad found it the first time he came here. Yeah, I know, but what made you come off the trail?
So yeah, I found this, Danielle and I were hiking down the road. We'd hiked this whole trail to Rocky Peak, and we were just walking down the road, and literally right there, I looked down and I'm like, huh. And I picked it up, and if you look at it, let the kids look at it. If you look at it, it looks so typical of an arrowhead that I'm like, this can't be real. But then I was like, well, why would somebody bring a fake arrowhead all the way out here? So I found it over there. Like I said, it washed into the road, and then I put it here by this bush, and I marked it with a GPS mark, and we're gonna leave it here. And one thing that's really important with any artifact you find, particularly ancient Native American artifacts, is that you can look at them, you can take a picture, you can note where it is, but it's good to just leave them here. And in this particular case, leave it here so we can find it again, and it's always here, right? And so yeah, so a friend of mine is an archaeologist, and I sent him a picture, and he said that it was obsidian, probably around 4,000 to 5,000 years old.
Could be a lot older than that.
Mm-hmm. Please remember that it is illegal in all 50 states to remove artifacts like this from public land. If you find something, make note of where it is, and bring your friends to come check it out. We left this 5,000-year-old obsidian arrowhead where it was on the ground and headed up the trail. I'm only noticing now that that was a pillow in the trail and not a patch of snow. That is not an artifact. That's garbage. We totally should have picked that up. Lightning Dragon took over the drone pilot position here and shot most of the drone footage for this video. I think he did pretty good.
All right, well, we made it up the trail. It was not too hard. Everybody had a good time. No damage, no issues. We didn't even have a flat tire this time. We had a flat tire last time. Anyway, we had some lunch, and now we're gonna go hike up to Rocky Peak. There's no trail, but there's a good guide. If you wanna do this hike, there's a guidebook for the trail. The guidebook is called Reno Outback Reno, Base Camp Reno. It's called Base Camp Reno. It's a trail guidebook, and that's how I originally found this trail. So we're gonna go up there and see what the view's like up there.
Hello. Hello. Hey. Hey. Turn it to me. Turn it to me. Yeah. Hello. What's up?
This week on Rocket Time with guest star, whatever your name is. Oh yeah, Dirt Squirrel.
What rhymes with dirt squirrel? But
The hike to Rocky Peak looks like a daunting adventure when you set off, but it only took us about 30 minutes at the most to get up. Any route is fine as long as you stay away from the cliffs in the south face, unless that's what you're into.
I did it all in Nikes.
No, don't stay on that.
The final pitch up Rocky Peak is a fun scramble with awesome views all around. After hanging out at the summit for a few minutes, we trundled back down and got back on the road out. If you don't want to go back down the way you came, you can make the first left and head down some steep switchbacks heading back towards Long Valley. This part of the trail is not very challenging and shouldn't pose any kind of problem as long as you made it this far. Right?
Whoa. Put a little dent in it.
Oh, and the skid plate?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Sean had aluminum skid plates installed so they protected the GX from any damage from this rock. A quick lift with the jack and he was able to get it right out of there. While a high lift jack would actually work on this vehicle because it has hard lifting points, it would have been overkill and more hazardous than necessary. Plus, we don't even carry them.
Here we go.
That rock looks pretty big, but somehow it only weighed 5 pounds. It's the weirdest thing. From there, you can take some wrong turns, and we did, but all roads lead back to Long Valley Road and Loustown Road. Probably.
All right, well, we're back at Loustown Road near Virginia City. Geiger Grade Road is just behind us. We made it out. It's 4 o'clock. So it's a pretty good, easy day trail. You've been taking time to stop and shoot video and then hike to the peak. It's easy to do this in half a day. Of course, if you have more daylight, then you could do it later in the day. Anyway, We're going to head home now, maybe get some burgers, and thanks for joining us on the adventure today. If you have any questions or comments about this trail, post up in the comment section. Be sure to like and subscribe if that's the kind of thing that you like to do. Happy trails. Take it easy. Bye-bye.